Today I visited the Evelyn Horn YSB Emergency Youth Shelter, and it was an eye-opening experience. I so enjoyed the tour that Wendy gave me, that gave me perspective into where donations and funding of YSB actually go every day, and that is to youth. Youth who need it most, and youth who use this space to transition into, hopefully, a better life for themselves and better understand safety and security for themselves and the life skills that they need to live in this next chapter of their life.
I've been here for 24 years, so I've been here a long time, but this place is really important to me. It's a huge part of my life, and I really believe in what we do. We really do help a lot of young people.
Going into the kitchen space and hearing that they're really enjoying cooking together right now, cooking meals together, learning this critical life skill that they may not have had the opportunity to because of various experience that they may have had that led them to coming here, and learning how to do that in a transitional space as well for those who are here for transitional housing. It was amazing to see.
Every youth is special, individual. They all want different things. So whatever success is for them is that, that's kind of what we strive towards, is support them in what they want.
When I first saw the donation room and I looked around, it was like a light bulb went off in my head. The youth here may go from being youth who are using the shelter to using transitional housing, then moving out on their own. And so I hope that the community, that folks who don't really think of where those donations are going, can feel that it's going to youth who are really going to use them. From going from the pots and pans to then winter coats to business wear or work wear that they can wear that's youth appropriate. And on top of that, the OPS does make a large donation every year that folks donate enough that no youth here has to pay for menstrual products.
They want to do things. They want to be successful in life, and they need a safe space in order to move forward in their lives.
Going up to the shelter room, I felt so lucky to be able to go into this young person's space and to see how they had it decorated and to see the crochet that they have been making. And you could really feel that the safety and security of having their own space allowed them to pour into this creativity. They had a list of goals on the wall that were making these items for family friends for Christmas. And it's that kind of goal setting that lets these youth think of the future, plan for the future, and make a space their own.
It's important so that they can move forward when they're, in crisis or they're in abusive situations. It's pretty difficult for them to focus on their goals. How can they think about going to school or working when they're, in crisis or, being in an abusive situation? It's very difficult. So when they're here and they're safe, then they can start to look at, I can actually do something with my life. What do I want to do?
We then went upstairs to see the transitional housing. Just felt like a safe place for them to learn exactly how they can cook for themselves, how they can take these life skills and perhaps look at their next step for housing. It's exactly what it's named, that transition space. The thing that I keep coming back to here is a sense of safety. And I think for the most vulnerable youth in our city, that safety is so critical, especially when there's that fork in the road of how life could go, and that an intervention here through YSB and through this shelter can help them choose a different path. And that's what we want for all young people, especially when they didn't have the opportunity to choose the households that they were brought up in, but they get to, through this space, choose what's next for them.
Our hope is that we can impact tomorrow today. We can have that positive impact now so that hopefully, they take a different path. They don't continue on the same path of homelessness and end up in the adult shelter system as well. That they're still young, they still have so much of their lives ahead of them, and they can make different choices.
I grew up in a home that where abuse was experienced, and I know that feeling of lack of safety, of wanting security, of wanting a safe place. And for young people to know that they have this place to go to, I really value a space like the Youth Services Bureau and the work that it does. And I hope that we as a community can continue to galvanize behind its mission to make sure that there are more spaces for young people to feel safe and secure and transition into a better life for themselves.